thought we didn't start well. I think first 10-15 minutes, so we were a bit shaky because Sundowns got a couple of moments behind us where I felt, in terms of scanning and looking on the shoulders, because it's a team that they've got players that runs in behind, a lot of mobility in the team. But from there, when we equalized, we settled, saw a little bit of progression. Also, a little bit obviously first half struggling, dealing with the Roman, clever keeper in terms of course, building play from the back. We tried to press him, but he was clever to play 1-2s with second defender or midfielder joining. And that's why second half we decided that when he gets the ball, we give him full role, he can have it the whole time, then we just throw space in behind. One has to really appreciate and be super proud of the fight that our boys showed today against one of the best teams in the continent, if not best team in the continent. Mamelodi Sundowns, they've been doing well, and the one also can just take this opportunity and wish them good luck going forward with the remaining competitions.
Thank you very much. Going to take questions from the floor. We'll start.
Good evening, Coach. We're from Newsroom Africa. Beyond this, the switch now focus returns to the league campaign. Of course, chasing that promotion. But coming back into this campaign, we had the opportunity of playing against top-flight teams, all three of them. How much of the lessons are you picking out from this, especially when you look forward of the possibility of being in the top flight? Has this given you a sense of what it's like on that side? And how much is this really fueling you to really go for it now, having sort of tasted it, especially against a team like this, like Mamelodi Sundowns?
Yeah, look, my brother, to be honest, we've learned a lot as a team. I'm thinking of Spurs, how we play, Swallows, how they play, and coming to Sundowns. The entire team, I think we've learned a lot in terms of this level of the level of PSL. One can only take what we've learned out of this and say, in case we get up, because our ambition is to get the team promoted, then we know exactly what we are going to do. We tested enough, even players. I think it benefits more players because they tested themselves against all sort of players, who are capable, who are good enough, who are playing DSTV Premium. And for me, it's really exciting in terms of what I saw here. And we can only build from this and get encouraged going forward, because we've got big 7 games that they're not going to be easy, they're going to be difficult. Starting with Maritzburg on Tuesday, we need, of course, to encourage players to focus going forward. But in a nutshell, one learned a lot from these 3 DSTV teams.
Coach, I think a couple of months ago, some of us were sitting here after lost in the promotion playoffs, and you weren't looking deflated or anything. You actually looked positive, which we were scratching our heads about. And now you're in the same position where you're fighting for the promotion. You have a deep cup run. Do you think that this team has improved since you were sitting there, crestfallen after that narrow miss of promotion?
Yeah, look, I think we improved a lot from that situation, and we've learned a lot also out of that situation. That's why now our intention is to try and get the team promoted without really going through playoffs. We don't want to suffer the same thing that we suffered when we came here. And then you're quite correct, I was sitting here when we lost it to Swallows. We don't want that, and the team, I think we have matured, including myself, because I'm still a student of the game. I think I've matured, I've learned a couple of things, all from the play of time, and one is to really focus and make sure that we compete and get to an automatic promotion. I don't want to, or we don't want to get to playoffs. It's a stressful sort of time. We don't want that. We are praying, we are hoping that we'll be able to get automatic promotion.
Good evening, Coach. Congratulations on getting here from Super Sport. Coach, just your general sense in regards to you had an agreement with Town with the 2 players that were not here. But generally, what's your sense or take in relation to saying that players who are on loan cannot play up against their parent clubs? In world football, that is allowed. But for you personally, not fixating that to Sundowns, but generally, is that a good omen? Is that maybe not a case of prove yourself against your parent club? What's your take in regards to that?
Look, my brother, I'm one person when it comes to contractual matters. I don't want to really dwell much. I have to respect the authorities that made those type of decisions. And at this stage, I don't think I'm in a position really to choose a side to say whether it's right or wrong. We all knew before we brought Sebanyoni in that obviously Sundowns has got that in their clause, and we agreed to it at the time. And it will be unfair for me now at this stage to complain about that because we knew all along when we brought him in. We had a choice to choose any other player out there who was not going to really be in this situation like this. But we opted for Sebanyoni and then Kuma and Kamaku because we knew that they're going to add value for us. But also, we appreciate their contribution. They would have made a much difference, of course. But in terms of the question you are asking me, let me leave it for authorities.
No, I was just asking about your opinion generally, not about this three players, but generally. Do you think it's a good thing?
Look, you can say it's good, or I would say it's good because at least you're able to see other players that you didn't know, instead of seeing Sebanyoni every now and then. From our side, it was more to say, yes, Siba would have added value, but you still need, and on the positive side, as much as he didn't play in this match, he's fresh for Tuesday, which is the major part. Himself and Kuma, they are fresh. If there are players that might not be okay for Tuesday, then we know that we've got Kuma who's fresh, we've got Sebanyoni who's fresh, we've got Amagu who's fresh, then we take it from there. So it works both ways.
And then there's another economical side of it that I'm not going to story for another day. But Coach, in fact, I wanted to ask about maybe the positive side of not having Tamaku promise and also Sebanyoni, because you have a serious match, as you say, against Mamelodi. But I think you've partly answered that. I just want to look at, in terms of your run-in, and the importance of conditioning, because you look at how you guys, till that last minute, how you were competing with Sundowns. I mean, a tired player would not have been able to guide Lodge in that last chance. How important is conditioning and because there's some things that we've seen in this match, but also generally in some of your matches. I mean, I look at the complement of the technical team that you've got compared to some of the teams that you're playing against.
Look, my brother, conditioning is priority for me. Before season starts, I bring a strength and conditioning coach. I tell him that the team has to be fitter than anyone in the league. That's where we start. How you do it, you went to school, you graduated at University of Pretoria, you've got what it takes. This team has to be fitter than opponent. I will do my work on the field. You do your work in terms of conditioning the team. Design a program, but it's very simple. Our team has to be fitter than anyone in the league that we're competing in. So that's our attitude. And then he goes and then he plans it. Then we sit there and look at it. If I'm happy, I say 100%, we go for it. Then we obviously sell idea to players. And I'm sure a lot of them, they are going to appreciate it. I told them before we played this match, I said, conditioning against this giant of Sundowns is going to assist you. It's going to bring you closer to where you want to be at. And had we not addressed that, we're going to have a problem. So for me, that is priority. I don't think I can coach a team without a conditioning coach. I wouldn't, because I direct with speed, a lot of those things. And if a player is not conditioned, from face value when you are far, it looks easy. But when you get on the field, it bends the chest, it bends the legs, and conditioning is priority for me.
Coach, commiserations on the loss. I just wanted to pick your brain. You spoke about how the first 15-20 minutes you guys were kind of struggling, but you created a lot of chances of your own. which arguably could have put you in the lead as well. How proud are you of your team and how they competed against what you call the best team in the continent?
Super proud, my brother, super proud of these lads. When coming to this match, I remember when we were doing pre-match before this well, there was a question, any ordinary person would say Sundowns will come and walk. And I agreed at that particular moment. And I went back to the players and said, you need to make a statement for yourself. You need to go there and start in. I believe in you. We believe in you as a club, as technical staff. You got opportunity to play against one of the greatest players in the continent. So it will be up to you if you take this opportunity with two hands and assess yourself and begin to really send a message in the country to say, we've got what it takes, we can compete, really without blowing trumpet or being arrogant about it. So for me, I'm extremely proud of the effort and the commitment and tactical discipline that our players showed throughout.
Coach, during the season in the NFD, you guys have been going about your business very, sort of quietly in a way, without, the big media glare playing against Sundowns and PSL teams in the Nedbank. Now this run is ended. Now you're going back to your own reality of being Tuks in the NFD. How do you bring these players back from all this noise that has been around them with all these high-profile matches?
Look, my brother, they were aware from the onset that we want to compete in both competitions, and this one we did, and we are out. We need to focus on the main one. It's very simple. From our side, we promise them that, look, you do well, you perform well, because you are training hard, you work hard. We believe you can compete up there against best of the best at DSTV. And this, I think, is going to be, angle of motivation from my side to say, you tested yourself against a team that has not lost a match this season. And exactly what I was telling you, that you've got what it takes. It's here. Now, what is left is to go in and finish the 7 matches. Then we build the preseason, a solid preseason, where we are going to compete, not just add value in the PSL. They've got what it takes. You will add here and there, and you'll be able to really find true. That's why when the question came, the 3 teams that we played against, what you learn. I've learned a lot. They've learned a lot. We think we've got what it takes. And it will need me. They are encouraged. Before coming here, I went in the changing room. The mood is not down. They are singing, they are fine, they are happy. We move on. They know Monday we have to fly to Maritzburg, prepare ourselves for Maritzburg, and we go all out for Maritzburg. And it was not really about only Mamelodi Sundowns. It was the next match. And they know we still have a next match. So we should be ready for that match of Maritzburg.
Coach, it's also shaping up to be a tours race now in the Woodside Foundation Championship. And it's not usually the case like that, because there's always other teams. So what will you say is it's important when it's shaping up like that, in terms of also focusing not on markets, and how important, because we've seen what is happening. We've seen videos, coaches talking. How important is, I know your games are always on TV, or most of them on TV, that for both teams, including markets, they're not just our TV.
Yeah, no, it plays a key role, and one has to really appreciate the PSL for giving us that platform, really, for our games to be on TV, so that everyone obviously can see what's happening. And for us, is obviously work on a mental aspect of our players. Try to really break down situations, a lot of things that happens, and begin to bring them closer to reality. A lot of people believe that we play direct, which is true. But if you go to NFD, it's also good that you play that way, because you don't risk at the back. You don't create a problem for yourself, because anything can happen in the box. So we try by all means to protect that. So we go out, we fight for the ball a little bit far away from the danger zone, and that's why we've conceded lesser goals in the league than anyone, and that's why we've kept a lot of clean sheets than anyone in the league so far. So you have to really be realistic about what you are facing in your league. You cannot be excited every time to say, I want to play a good brand of football, which is good. Sometimes it's good, but face your reality and then dance to that music, and we are dancing to it. So we are good. We are good. Even if it's not on TV, we try our best to do our best.
But sorry, just a follow-up quickly on that one, because most people are not aware of this. Because most of the games are not televised, there's just one camera, there's no offside camera, so it becomes a struggle. So I guess it talks to what you're talking about, especially when people are on TV with no offside camera. Even the review committee cannot review that.
Yeah, look, my brother, that one is difficult for me because I have not counted the cameras at our matches. I'll be committing suicide if I ask. I'm being honest, I have not counted cameras. How many cameras are there? If the match is not, even this match, I didn't count how many. So it will be difficult for me to answer that question. So